care to lead us in the pledge?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please remain standing and join the board in a moment of silence as we honor our veterans, our first responders, and our active military. Thank you. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our work session. I'll entertain a motion for approval of bills and payroll.
Motion.
Motion by trustee Clark, seconded by deputy mayor Sartori. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Mr. Rivera.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Resolved to approve the minutes of the meetings of the Board of Trustees from October 8th, October 15th, and October 22nd, 2025.
Motion.
Motion by trustee Casado. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by trustee Clark. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries.
Resolved to designate Wednesday, March 18th, 2026 as Village Election Day from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m.
Okay, take notice that whenever election day, it's usually on a Tuesday, whenever it falls on St. Patrick's Day, it's moved immediately to the following Wednesday, which is March 18th. Entertain a motion.
Motion?
Motion by trustee Salaski. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by trustee Casado. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Resolved to approve a request by Boy Scout Troop 45 for the use of Wilson Park parking lot on Union Street for the delivery and distribution of Christmas wreaths on Saturday, November 22nd, 2025, from 6 a.m. to 1 p.m.
Okay, it's that time of year. I entertain a motion.
Motion?
Motion by deputy mayor Sartori, second by trustee Casado. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries.
Resolved to approve a request by the Mineola Golden Age Club for the use of the Village Hall Community Center for its meetings and activities on Thursdays from 8:30 a.m. to 3 p.m., January 8th, 2026 through June 11th, 2026, subject to availability.
Motion to approve.
Motion?
Motion by trustee Salaski. Do I have a second?
Second?
Second by deputy mayor Sartori. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Resolved to approve the membership of the following candidate as recommended by the Mineola Fire Department: Sean McKenna, Company 3.
Motion.
Motion.
Motion by
Second.
trustee Clark, seconded by trustee Casado. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Okay. Mr. Chacon.
Good evening, Mayor, Board, John G.
Good evening.
The first item I have is resolved to authorize the following service award payment from the Fire Service Award to volunteer firefighter John Carroll Jr., effective January 1st, 2026, a $380 monthly payment.
Entertain a motion.
Motion.
Motion by
Second.
trustee Clark, seconded by trustee Casado. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you. The second item is resolved to authorize the following service award lump sum payout for the Fire Service Award to Mineola volunteer firefighter Harry Medavilla, effective January 1st, 2026.
Motion.
Motion by trustee Casado. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by trustee Clark. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Palumbo.
Good evening.
Good evening.
First, request a resolution authorizing Louis Barbado Landscaping, Inc. for the 2025 tree planting using the following municipal piggybacking contract. The Town of North Hempstead contract number TNH 300-2023, purchasing and installing requirements contract. The funding source will be the 2025-2026 general fund and or general fund unreserved balance.
Okay, so this is our annual order for trees. We normally plant trees towards the end of the year when they're dormant so that they take for the rest of the year. So I'll entertain a motion to approve.
Motion?
Motion by deputy mayor Sartori. Do I have a second?
Second?
Second by trustee Salaski. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Next, request a resolution authorizing engineering services for the repairs to the damaged sanitation garage wall. The engineers are D&B Engineering and Architects, DPC. The cost of $27,000. and the funding will be from the 2025-2026 general fund budget and/or general fund unreserved balance.
Okay, so we had a minor accident at our DPW garage, so we have to fix it. I'll entertain a motion.
Motion.
Motion by trustee Clark, do I have a second?
Second.
Second by deputy mayor Sartori, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Request a resolution authorizing the engineering services for the review and evaluation for both water and sewer availability for 199 Jericho Turnpike. Engineers are D&B Engineers and Architect, and the funding source will be from the Developers Fund.
Entertain a motion.
Motion.
Motion by trustee Casado, do I have a second?
Second.
Second by trustee Clark, all in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries.
And finally, request a resolution authorizing an amendment to the engineering services for the 2025 roadway improvements contract for the addition of roads. D&B Engineers and Architects are the engineers on the job, and the cost is $47,000, and the funding will be from the 2025-2026 general fund budget and/or fund unreserved balance.
Okay, so this is for our current roadwork contract, which was planned on Garfield to stop at Mineola Boulevard. I asked Mr. Palumbo to look into finishing Garfield from Mineola Boulevard to Willis, since we're already there. And so that's what this is for. This is to finish that one block from Mineola Boulevard to Willis Avenue on Garfield. Entertain a motion.
Motion.
Motion by trustee Salaski. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by trustee Clark. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
That's all, thank you.
That's all. Thank you. Mr. O'Keefe.
Good evening, everyone. So during the month of October, the building department issued a total of 99 permits and conducted 90 inspections. Our inspection activity continues to trend upward, reflecting a steady pace of construction and renovation work throughout the village. Just a couple things. As we transition into the colder months, this department would like to remind residents and property owners to service or replace their boilers as needed before the winter season begins. Property maintenance not only ensures the safety and efficiency, but it also prevents emergency calls during peak heating days. With leaf season approaching, we will continue to monitor construction sites and residential properties to make sure that everybody's keeping up with the required ordinance. And just additionally, as a reminder, electricians' license renewals will begin on December 1st, and all notices and renewal instructions will be sent out in advance to all licensed electricians. That's really all I have for tonight.
Okay, thank you. Any questions? No?
Thank
Thank you, Mr. O'Keefe. Mr. Gibbons?
No report,
No report, okay. Since it is after 7 o'clock, we're gonna go right into our public meeting. And as Mr. O'Keefe just mentioned, we are, if you haven't noticed, that we're switching seasons and time, and so with that, potentially, there may come snow, but property maintenance, keeping your sidewalks clean, keeping your fire hydrants clean are very, very important. Night like tonight, where it's very windy, it's also important to put your garbage out in containers and to not put it out too early. I know it gets dark early, so you may want to put it out when you get home from work, but just remember that that stays out there, and overnight it can certainly invite unwelcome guests. So if you can, as much as you can, please try to put it out the morning of, or at the very least, late in the evening, the day before. And we do have holidays, like we had Election Day this week, we have Veterans Day next week, we have Thanksgiving at the end of the month. That does, obviously mess with our sanitation schedule, so it's important that people pay attention to that, because in the case of Thanksgiving this year, Village Hall will be closed on Thursday and Friday. Thanksgiving, I believe there will be commercial pickup, but please pay attention to our notices, whether it is through email, text message, or social media, or if you have any questions, please reach out to us. We are in the process of planning our sanitation flyer that we send out each year. We're gonna be sending that out towards the end of this month. Hopefully people will put that on their fridge. I know that refrigerators no longer they're not really magnetized, so it's tough to put them up there, but find a place for it, because it's always good to, I check on it every once in a while. All the dates are there, what you can put out, what you can't put out, and, let's try to adhere to that so that we keep our village as clean as possible. A couple of things I want to talk about. First, last week, we had a tremendous amount of rainfall in a very, very short period of time. And I do know that there were some images that some found kind of funny, and it was interesting, of Jackson Avenue, in front of Jackson Avenue School. And it was, for a moment there, flooded. But I will say this, that very evening, I had a meeting with mayors from Freeport, Farmingdale, North Shore, East Williston, North Hills, here in Mineola, and they all commented on how our roads handled that amount of water and how they saw literally no spots. And I have to say, a lot of that has been dealing with this for decades in certain areas that were problem areas, but we also mentioned leaves, and I know we got Mr. Lodato here, who I see out there cleaning the leaves out of his catch basin. We have business owners who do take that, so I'm not suggesting that everybody go out there and clean their leaves, but every time you blow leaves onto the curb, onto the street, and then there's, rain or wind, eventually they make it down to these catch basins, clogging them and then creating, puddles or flooding conditions. But I do have to say that absent that Jackson Avenue bit, which is literally the lowest part of the village, and it's a one-way street where not a lot of cars go down anyway, but absent that, the village's system handled it pretty well. So kudos to DPW, because we do clean these catch basins. We are out there with jet vacs. And that makes the difference, prevention, being proactive, so that when we have events like that, and we could all do our part. And secondly, I want to just mention that, as we always do, next Tuesday, November 11th at 11 a.m., we'll have a brief but important ceremony recognizing Veterans Day at Memorial Park. So if you're around, if you're off from work, or if you're retired, please come down and honor our veterans. It will be very short, but I think it's important for us to do those events like we do for Memorial Day, like we do for 9/11, and certainly let's not forget Veterans Day. So hope to see you all there next Tuesday at Memorial Park. And remember, Village Hall will be closed, so there will be an alternate sanitation schedule. Deputy Mayor?
Thank you. First, I wanted to congratulate all of those who won yesterday on Election Day. If you're new to the office or just a new term, I wish you all the best. And for those in the county and in the town of North Hempstead, we look forward to working with you again. One thing I wanted to note is this time of year, of course, everybody's giving, everyone's in the giving spirit. So Memorial Library is doing a food drive from November 1st to November 15th, and all of the goods will go to the Corpus Christi Food Pantry. So it's given to your local community. So if you could support them with anything, that would be wonderful. And I will see you at the Veterans Day service. Thank you.
Thank you. Trustee Casado?
Mayor, I also wanted to congratulate all those winners last night, their election and their re-elections.
Thank you. Mr. Clark?
No report.
No report. Trustee Salaski?
I just want to say that there was a 105th birthday car parade for Tony Catalano on November 2nd. It was beyond description. The people that came out for Tony, so happy birthday, Tony. It was a wonderful, wonderful day to celebrate.
Thank you. And I have to really give kudos to our Nassau County legislator, newly re-elected Nassau County legislator, former Mayor Scott Strauss, because it was really his initiative to do this. We did this for Sergeant Catalano's 100th birthday during COVID. It was amazing then. I also have to thank Linda and Brian from our clerk's office we had about 3 or 4 calls coordinating with our auxiliary police, with the county, with Legislator Strauss's office, and it went on. I mean, the weather was amazing. It really was not that this matters, but we've all commented that it is by far the most liked, shared, and viewed post on Facebook in the Villages page ever. And rightfully so, because Sergeant Catalano, who was in Patton's Army, was in Battle of the Bulge, was also involved in opening up Dachau, the concentration camp. You know, there are very, very few members of the greatest generation left in our country, let alone in our communities. So, you know, happy birthday to Tony. He was great, he was gracious, he loved it, and, you know, I'm glad that we were able to pull that off. And again, thank you to everyone who coordinated and everyone who participated. I also do want to mention that next Wednesday here, we have a hearing, but before our hearing, we are going to be honoring, once again, our Mineola High School marching band, who won their category up at the state competition. So as we do, it seems like every year now, they are amazing, they are incredible, they work really hard, and they absolutely deserve it. So we're gonna have them here at 6 o'clock to do a brief ceremony before our hearings. And last but not least, I do wanna mention, I mentioned it earlier during the work session, our road work has started on Garfield and Wellington. Today, we approved to extend it from Mineola Boulevard to Willis Avenue on Garfield, so you may see that the curbs and the gutters are being put in, and pretty soon we'll be working on the road. So, and I think we're gonna do it in 2 phases, right? Right. So we're gonna do what we can before the winter sets in and the asphalt plants, you know, close up, and then we'll finish in the spring when they reopen. That's the plan. Okay, it's a big job. Certainly, it needed it. I did have some residents who live on that block come up to me and thank me, but it's not me. It's DPW, it's you, the residents, for your patience. It isn't easy, but we're reconstructing the road. We are repairing and replacing all the curbs, all the gutters, and some of the aprons that are needed, and some of the flags on sidewalks that were damaged either during construction or by our trees, along with then resodding or reseeding everything. So there's a lot of work that goes into it, but in about, I don't know, 6 months, hopefully, you'll have a brand new road. So hang in there, be patient. There will be dust, there will be dirt, there will be work, there will be inconvenience, but the payoff is you will have a brand new road in early 2026, okay? And if you have any problems, you call Mr. Pilato. Okay, anybody else? No? Anyone wishing to make public comment?
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening,
Good
Ms.
evening.
Glassman.
I just wanted to mention I attended the Oktoberfest in the park, and I don't know how they got it cleaned up. The very next day, there was nothing there to indicate anyone was in the park, so it was really great. It was a great day and a great cleanup. And you're for hire, I hope, maybe? I can hire you if I need. That's it, thank you.
Thank you. It was great. It was still getting comments about it, so it doesn't hurt when the weather cooperates with these events. I think that's, you know, as Yogi Berra would say, that's 90%, the other half is luck, you know, so, but they do an absolute great job, concerts, these events, and many times what people don't realize is while that event was going on at the park, the Mineola High School Band home show is going on at Wilson Park. So, you know, we're changing the bathrooms, cleaning them, stocking them, directing people, barricades, all of that in 2 different parts of the village. And that also reminds me that you may have noticed that there is significant work going on in Wilson Park currently. We are redoing the lighting, we're doing the walkways, we're putting in 2 brand new bocce ball courts and some other improvements that we're doing there. That will probably be completed before year's end. Okay, the park does remain open, but access may be, you know, conditioned. You may have to enter from Liberty at certain points or from the large parking lot rather than Westbury Avenue. But again, that's moving along very well. Part of that is being paid by a $200,000 grant, $250,000 grant from the state that was left over from our previous state senator, Thomas. Yeah, our previous state senator. So we'll take all the money that they send us. Anybody else in the third row? Soledad, are you good? Okay. Anybody else at all? No? Okay. With that, once again, congratulations to all of the elected officials that won their elections yesterday that represent us here in the village. We look forward to working with them for the betterment of our community. Thank you, everybody. Have a great night. Entertain a motion to close the meeting?
Motion.
Motion by trustee Clark. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by trustee Salaski. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. What's that?